Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Today we'll recap Game 3 of the World Series and look ahead to tonight's Game 4. Then we also have Monday Night Football, NBA, NHL, soccer, college football, news and notes, and best bets. So a little bit of a shorter show today. We'll start with the World Series. Game number 3. That game ended up a little bit closer than on the scoreboard than it really was, as the Dodgers beat the Yankees 4-2 to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Walker Buehler gets the win. He pitched his best game of the postseason. Clark Schmidt gets charged with the loss. Top of the first 2-run home run, Freddie Freeman. He's the favorite for the World Series MVP right now. 2-0 Dodgers. Top of the third, RBI single. Mookie Betts makes it 3-0 as the ball dropped in front of Soto. Let it play on the hop. Top of the 6th, Enrique Hernandez RBI single makes it 4-0 in the bottom of the 9th. Alex Verdugo hit a home run to make it 4-2 to make that game a tiny bit more interesting. Walker Buehler 5 innings, 2 hits, no one runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts in the bullpen. Did a nice job outside of Michael Kopech. Clark Schmidt wasn't great. 2 2/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Yankee bullpen did a nice job for the most part, other than Jake Cousins, who gave up the RBI single to Hernandez. So tonight is Game 4, 8 o'clock on Fox. Joe Davis, John Schmaltz, Ken Rosenthal, and Tom Verducci. Dodgers on the brink of their second championship in a 5-year span with a 3-0 lead in the series. We don't know who's going for the Dodgers, and Luis Gil's going for the Yankees. How are the Yankees minus 150? Someone explain that to me. They're down 3-0. They're probably not coming back and winning the series, as history indicates. Or FanDuel has a minus 142. ESPN bets minus 150. So Yanks are minus 142. Dodgers plus 120 over under 8.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Dodgers plus 1.5 is minus 70. Yankees minus 1.5 plus 140. If the Yanks win this game, eat my crow for at least a day, I'm taking Dodgers plus 120. They've just been resilient. They've been the better team. They've been the best team in baseball all season. Freddie Freeman's not hurt. Ohtani is playing hurt, but still impactful. Aaron Judge has not showed up in this series. Nobody really on the Yankees is hitting. So why are the Dodgers plus money? Over even plus 115. They're plus 120 for crying out loud. Like, the favoritism towards the Yankees in the betting market is just absurd. So I'm going to take the Dodgers at plus 20 to close this thing out today. Freddie Freeman's going to be the World Series MVP. And the Dodgers will sweep the Yankees, as the Yankees were pretty much exposed because of the AL Central dominating the first round. Their real competition got eliminated early in the Astros and the Orioles. Although Cleveland, I thought was spunky, and their closer just imploded in that series. I mean, Cleveland could have been up 3-2 in that series easily, but Yanks are just more resilient in that round. But I think Dodgers close out tonight. I think the Yanks, this reminds me of that Astros series, except there was a couple blowouts in that series, the one where they got swept by Houston. So I'll take the Dodgers plus 120. All right, Monday Night Football from last night. That game was a more competitive game than I thought it was going to be. The Giants hung around, but ultimately Pittsburgh won by a score of 26-18. I think yours truly pretty much called the score on the podcast yesterday. A ton of field goals, but the touchdowns started coming in the second half. Calvin Austin was the MVP of this game for Pittsburgh, who's now 6-2. Giants dropped to 2-6. Russell Wilson, 20 of 28, 278 yards and a touchdown. And Daniel Jones, 24-38, 264 yards and a pick. Steelers are in good shape with the Ravens losing to the Browns inexplicably on Sunday. So, good and much needed win for Pittsburgh. Giants, we know the deal there. We don't have to talk about the Giants. All right, the NBA. We will recap the games from last night, and we will look ahead to the small window we have for tonight. Magic over the Pacers, 119-115. Wizards over the Hawks, 121-119. Celtics over the Bucks, 119-108. Heat over the Pistons, 106-98. Cavs over the Knicks, 110-104. Nuggets over the Raptors, 127-125 in OT. Bulls over the Grizzlies, 124-123. Rockets over the Spurs, 106-101. Mavericks over the Jazz, 110-102. Suns over the Lakers, 109-105. And the Kings over the Blazers, 111-98. 4 games on the docket for today, 7:30. You have the Nuggets against the Nets from Barclays. My line is Nuggets 5.5, total 220 and 7/10. And Denver is a 5-point favorite, total to 17.5. I'm going to go with the over in that game. On TNT, Mavs T-Wolves, Western Conference Finals rematch. Great game. My line is T-Wolves 3 3/4, total 219 and a fifth. And it's 5 and 221.5. Under. Those are the T-Wolves defense. 9 o'clock, Kings Jazz. My line is the Kings 4 3/4, total 229, and it's 6 and 234.5. I'm going to go with the under. That's a total that's too high because Utah's offense has been terrible. And then 10 o'clock on TNT, Pelicans Warriors. Mine's the Warriors by a half, no Curry or Trey Murphy. Total 223 and 17/20. As New Orleans 1.5, total 217.5. I'm going to go with the over even without Curry. I just think that there's going to be some guys on Golden State and even New Orleans from that regard that will score the basketball. So I'm going to go over 217.5 and plus the 3-point variance. All right, now move on to hockey. We'll go over the results from yesterday. Look ahead to tonight. I believe tonight's a decent window as well. Panthers over the Sabres 5-2. Blue Jackets over the Oilers 6-1. Lightning over the Preds 3-2 in overtime on a game winner by Nick Paul. Leafs over the Jets 6-4. Blackhawks over the Avs 5-2. Sharks over the Utah 5-4 in OT on a game winner by Alex Wenberg. Finally, the Sharks get a win. I actually gave out the Sharks on the puck line plus 1.5. Canes over the Canucks 4-3 in overtime on a game winner by Sebastian Aho. Golden Knights over the Flames 5-0. Yeah, decent slate tonight. 7 o'clock, you have the Flyers against the Bruins from TD Garden. Bruins minus 210, Flyers plus 172 over under 5.5, overs minus 140, unders plus 114. Flyers plus 1.5 is minus 146, Bruins minus 1.5 plus 122. That's an interesting one. But I'm going to go with over 2.5 Flyer goals at minus 106. So I just think that's a low number. Kraken Habs. Kraken minus 152, Habs plus 126, over under 5.5, overs minus 140, unders plus 114. Kraken minus 1.5 plus 172, Habs plus 1.5 is minus 210. Both teams have 4 points. I think Montreal pulls off the small home upset plus 126. West Coast team going east. Blues Sens. Sens minus 152, Blues plus 126, over under 6.5, overs plus 108, unders minus 132. Blues plus 1.5 minus 200, Sens minus 1.5 plus 64, over at plus money. Ducks Islanders. Isles minus 235, Ducks plus 190, over under 5.5, overs minus 128, unders plus 104. Ducks plus 1.5 minus 137, Isles minus 1.5 plus 114. I'm liking the puck line with the Islanders minus 1.5 at plus 114. Wild Penguins. Wild minus 128, Pittsburgh plus 106, over under 6.5, overs plus 104, unders minus 128. Wild minus 1.5 plus 190, Pens plus 1.5 is minus 235. I'm going to go with I think Pittsburgh's got to win here. I'm going to take the Penguins at home as the dog at plus 106. 7:30 ESPN Rangers Capitals. Rangers minus 152, Caps plus 126, over under 5.5, overs minus 124, unders plus 102. Rangers minus 1.5 plus 168, Caps plus 1.5 is minus 205. Tough one. Capitals are playing good. Are the Rangers in first or are the Devils in first? The Devils. That's because they played overseas the first couple games of the year, but the Rangers are clearly the best team in this division. That's because the Devils had those 2 games as Buffalo. That's why they're in first place. Rangers are better. Kind of want to take the Capitals plus the point or plus the on the underdog as like a let's take a seriously kind of game. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go under 5.5 goals plus 102. I'm going to say this is an Igor Shesterkin game. And at 10 o'clock on ESPN, Kings Sharks. So, doubleheader on ESPN tonight. Kings minus 275, Sharks plus 220, over under 5.5, overs minus 134, unders plus 110. Kings minus 1.5, minus 102, Sharks plus 1.5, minus 118. I'm going to lay the puck line with LA at minus 1.5, minus 102, only because the Sharks are coming off their first win. There could be like a letdown, second of a back-to-back kind of situation. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll go over things from yesterday and look ahead to today. We have some stuff going on in soccer today, so we have to talk about it. La Liga yesterday. Mallorca Athletic 0-0 draw. We have Serie A today, 1:30, Cagliari and Bologna. Bologna plus 110, Cagliari plus 210, draw plus 210. I'm going to go with the draw plus 210. Lecce Verona. Lecce plus 125, Verona plus 240, draws 2-1. Verona's kind of fallen off after the hot start, but Lecce's lost 5 straight, so I'm going to take the draw 2-1. 345, Milan, Napoli. Napoli's been red hot. Milan plus 185, Napoli plus 185, draw plus 230. I got to go Napoli as a road dog plus 185. They are on fire. All right, 4th round of the Carabao Cup today. 345, Southampton, Stoke. Southampton minus 280, Stoke plus 550, draw plus 380. I'm going to go with the draw plus 380. And then 4 o'clock, Brentford and Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford's minus 440, Sheffield's 9-1, the draw's plus 460. We'll go over 2.5 goals at plus 126. The German Cup, 2nd round. Today, 1 o'clock, Augsburg and Schalke. I'm just going to pull up the German Cup real quick. So Augsburg's minus 250. Schalke's 6-1. The draw's plus 360. I'm going to go with over 3.5 goals plus 108. Kickers Offenbach and Karlsruhe. Karlsruhe minus 155. Offenbach plus 360. Draw plus 320. Going over 3.5 goals plus 134. Leverkusen and Elversberg. Leverkusen minus 950. Elversberg is 16-1. The draw is 9-1. Under 3.5 goals plus 112. RB Leipzig, St. Pauli. Leipzig minus 200. St. Pauli plus 550. Draw plus 310. Under 2.5 goals minus 102. 345. Cologne and Holstein Kiel. Colts minus 135. Holstein Kill is 3-1, so is the draw. Over 3.5 goals at even money. Stuttgart and Kaiserslautern. Stuttgart's minus 550. Kaiserslautern is 11-1. The draw is 6-1. The under 3.5 goals is minus 116. Wolfsburg, Dortmund. Dortmund plus 115. Wolfsburg plus 210. Draw plus 250. We'll go Dortmund plus 115. And then John Regensburg and Greuther Fürth plus 110. John is plus 210. Draw plus 260. I'm going with Greuther Fürth at plus 110. Next we have MLS. We'll recap yesterday. Cincy over NYCFC 1-0 as they take a 1-0 series lead. Seattle, Houston 0-0 draw, but Seattle leads 1-0 courtesy of penalties. All right, round 1, game 1. Columbus Red Bulls from Columbus. Columbus minus 145, Red Bulls plus 340, draws 3-1. Columbus is the better team than the reigning champs, over 3.5 goals, plus 128. And 850 Fox Sports 1, round 1, game 1, Salt Lake in Minnesota. By the way, Columbus Rebels is a 2-7, and then the other game is the 3-6. Salt Lake minus 1.5, Minnesota plus 260, the draws plus 260. I'm going to go with Salt Lake at minus 105 at home. All right, women's friendlies. Yesterday, Chile over Ecuador 2-1, Australia over Germany 2-1. All right, China currently leading Vietnam 2-0 in the final minutes of that one. 1 o'clock, you have Denmark and Dutch. Denmark plus 155, Dutch plus 140, draw plus 250. We'll go with the draw plus 250. It's close. 115, Italy, Spain. Spain minus 280, Italy 6-1. The draw's plus 350. Spain should win. They're better. I'm going under 2.5 goals, minus 104. 345, England, South Africa. England minus 4,000. South Africa is 65-1. The draw is 16-1. England's going to win that one. I'm going to go with under 4.5 goals with plus 146. 4 o'clock, Switzerland, France. Switzerland plus 700. France plus or minus 340. Draws plus 410. I'm going to do under 2.5 goals at even money. 6 o'clock, Brazil, Colombia. Brazil minus 160. Colombia plus 390. Draw plus 270. I'm going over 2.5 goals, minus 118. The 9 o'clock is Mexico, Thailand. Mexico minus 3,000. Thailand 60-1. The draw is 13-1. I say under 3.5 goals at minus 112. All right, now move on to college football. We have a few games tonight. 2 Conference USA games and 1 Sun Belt. So, I'm just going to pull up the slate very quickly. 7 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, New Mexico State, FIU. FIU, I have 1.5 point favorite, total 53 and 9/10. And it is 9.5 and 43.5. That's crazy. I'm taking, I have a nice edge on the over, too. I'm better off taking the over, so I'm going to go over 43.5. And that is minus 110. 7:30 ESPN 2, Louisiana and Texas State. Louisiana by 2, total 57 and 3/20. And it is Texas State 3.5, total 58.5. I'm taking Louisiana plus the 3 and a hook and plus 146 outright. They're a better team. And 8 o'clock on ESPNU, Louisiana, Texas, and Houston. That's in Houston, 12.5 total, 47.5, and it's 10.5 and 45.5. 2-point edge, both on Sam Houston. And the over, I haven't laid a favorite yet, so I'm going to lay 10.5 with Sam Houston against Louisiana Tech. That's going to be the pick I'm going to give out. They're better than Louisiana Tech this year. All right, now move on to the news and notes from today. We have some media news coming down right now from Andrew Marchand of The Athletic, as it's reported that Amazon Prime Video's expected signing of Iron Eagle as its number one play-by-play will be the best move of all NBA TV free agency. So it looks like that Amazon's going to be signing Iron Eagle once the Turner contract's up. That's a huge get for Amazon. He's amazing. He should be the number one NBA announcer at TNT right now, but he's not because of Kevin Harlan's presence. And Ian deserves it. To me, Ian's the second best play-by-play announcer in the NBA behind Mike Breen. That's how amazing Ian is. So that's well-deserved for him, and I think he'll probably stay with the Nets as well. Because as has been very busy, so I didn't know that was an expected So yeah, so Aaron Judge is taking more accountability for the Yankees World Series deficit. He says he's not doing his job as he takes blame for 0-3 World Series deficit, as he should. He's being the responsible superstar, so I appreciate that. I always like when stars are selfless and take the blame for failure. Giants running back Tyron Tracy was in concussion protocol after the good game he had. Daniel Jones won't be on a short lease. A handful of Giants players were not pushing for a quarterback change entering Monday Night Football. So that's interesting. Deontay Banks was benched as Dayball says that he might return to the starting lineup. Huh. Something must have happened, like, behind closed doors that made him get benched. And same goes for Justin Fields of the Steelers, because he was the third-string quarterback last night, and Kyle Allen was the second quarterback. So that tells me that Justin Fields did something wrong, like out off the field, to get him demoted. The same goes for Deontay Banks' benching. Rodri wins the Ballon d'Or as he beats Vinicius Jr. Stephon Diggs likely out for Week 9, non-contact knee injury. There's speculation about a torn ACL there. Christian McCaffrey gearing up for return as he is to hit it hard during simulated practice this week as the Niners plan to open up his window next Monday. Jordan Love avoided a major injury, so that's good as he is a strained groin. Brian Thomas is out 2 to 4 weeks with a chest and rib injury. The Marlins' job is down to 2 finalists. The Guardians is Craig Albornoz, and the Rangers is Will Venable. Wouldn't it be very Marlins of them to hire Will Venable? They go and hire Skip Shoemaker. Now he's fired, and now they're going to potentially hire Will Venable. RJ Barrett came back for the Raptors last night against the Nuggets. Steph Curry's out. The next 2 games will be reevaluated on Friday. Shane Steichen says the Colts are looking at the QB1 spot. As he says we're evaluating everything when asked about Anthony Richardson starting on Sunday. The Patriots are open to business as they're expected to make more trades ahead of the deadline, as they did trade Josh Uche to Kansas City for 2026 6th rounder. A good trade for KC. Devontae Adams offer after Saleh firing against the Jets didn't talk to the Raiders about the trade until after Salah's dismissal. So Jordan Addison made an Instagram post as he clears the air after saying free 3. Oof, not ideal. Garrett Cole is not an option for Game 4 as they have not discussed starting him on short rest. I won't be shocked if he does end up starting. But you never know. So the Sun fired Stephanie White, and that's the 7th WNBA head coach fired. That's crazy. And Shane Steichen spoke with Anthony Richardson as he says Richardson knows he can't sub out for being tired amid criticism. So, there you have it for the news and notes. Last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. So, this is an interesting selection. There's a couple hockey ones I like, a couple in soccer. I went with Cincinnati yesterday. But I'm going to go to college football. I'm going to go over 43.5 in Mexico State FIU. That's just a very low number. 24-20, and that's a winner. I'm going to go a 20th of a unit on the pick, so over 43.5 in New Mexico State FIU for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and looking at everything come tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.